A song of purple and gold. Brought to you by Capital Partners, a full-service lobbying and public relations firm here to remind the good folks of Southeasteros to be prepared, because session is coming.
A rider approaches. A rider draped over a pale mare, wearing a cloak of black and gold. Slumping over in the saddle, he rides on Death Valley at a breakneck pace. The Swamp King bursts onto his balcony overlooking his kingdom. "Let them through!" The tiger sentries make a path for the king as he comes sprinting to the gates. As the rider crosses beneath the stately oaks, he begins to fall from his steed. The Swamp King catches the man. It is his brother, from another mother. It is the Cajun Cannon. Barely clinging to life, the cannon pulls the Swamp King close.
"It's cursed! The dome is cursed!"
"Someone, give me 2 Red Bulls! Stat! Hurry!" Hours later, the cannon sits in front of the hearth in the Swamp King's great hall. Emperor Ogeron's small council has gathered round the room, all eyes focused on the bedraggled messenger.
"They came at high noon. Viking raiders from the north. They took us unaware in disguise as cousins. Breeze has fallen. Lord Peyton is on the run. And the Superdome has become a place of suffering once again. It's Sabin, baby. I can feel his presence in all of this. That castle is cursed. It has never been the same since January 9, 2012. Since that moment, our people have suffered. The Minnesota Miracle, the NOLA No Call, and now the Vikings of the North have devastated the Houdat Nation. I fear the Superdome will never be right again, as long as the pain of January 9th lives on."
Archmaester Hannegriff, you are the foremost among the lore masters of Louisiana. Have you ever heard of a curse such as this?
Your Grace, a curse as powerful as this one is only born through immense pain and suffering. It would seem that whomever cast this curse is using the decimation of 1912 as the catalyst for their black magics.
Is there any way to dispel such evil?
I'm sorry. It is beyond my capabilities.
Your Grace.
Yes, our father?
I believe a vision quest shall provide the answers you seek.
And how do you suppose I do that?
Got just the thing. Brewed it this morning.
The Oddfather produces a bubbling chalice and hands it to the Swamp King. Takes the magical concoction from the Oddfather and empties the glass with one swift, manly chug. The Swamp King drops to the floor as his vision begins to swirl. A kaleidoscope of colors flashes before his eyes. His body feels as if it is falling down an infinite well, traveling through a swirling maelstrom of memories.
Trusted the power of Vital Lafourche.
You come to me on the day of the beating of the meat.
Tom
You
Herman
interrupt the
is the
process.
next Urban Meyer. You settled.
Remember, you are my son, and the one true king.
In light of this, I see no other option but to find her guilty on all counts.
Still like the cowboy, Swamp King.
Almost there!
Life, it's alive, it's alive! God.
Champion, you must finish the fight!
The Swamp King awakens to find himself standing in the black void. No floor, no walls, just empty, infinite dark. No, not quite. In the distance, a small pinprick of light gleams. As a Swamp King approaches, the shape of a hunched, diminutive old man coalesces in the dim glow. The frail figure is barefoot, with dirty rags for clothes. He carries nothing with him save for a rusty crimson lantern.
Who are you? What is this place?
Who? What? You fool. You believe your questions to be pertinent. Your questions are irrelevant.
Why am I here?
You are here because you're allowed to be here. Because the gods of the playoff committee put you here. Because he wants you here.
Who is he?
You fool. If you don't know who he is, what hope is there for you and your army?
I have no time for riddles, stranger. A curse has been cast upon my people, and I must know how to lift it. Perhaps this man you speak of is the one whom holds the answers I seek. Again, I ask you, stranger, who is he?
Again, with your foolish questions. You keep trying to get me to say something that I should not. I'm not going to, so quit asking. All right?
The Swamp King's eyes go wide as a wave of recognition washes over him.
Lord Sabin? Is that you?
Lord, he calls me. Him who used to bend the knee to me. A mere position coach. Who are you to talk to me in this way? I was emperor. I was a god until you ruined everything. He promised me. I want my houndstooth hanky.
Tiring of these games, the Swamp King snatches Lord Sabin by the scruff of his dirty rags and lifts him to meet his gaze.
Listen here, you short, angry gump. I don't know who he is, but you are going to tell me or suffer my wrath.
I can't. You'll destroy me. I swear to God.
Swear to me!
The Swamp King throws Lord Sabin to the ground and rips the lantern from his hand. He stands over the quivering figure, arms raised, ready to smash the skull of the former Crimson Emperor.
No more games, Nick! Tell me what I need to know! Tell me who he is!
Dabo! Alright? He is the one you seek. Dabo of House Sweeney. A storybook hero. He is the Clemson Emperor.
No, cannot be. He's just a myth.
Oh, that's what I thought too. But let me assure you, he is all too real. Don't believe the stories. He masquerades as a man of the cloth, but beneath his "oh shucks" false piety lies ambition and lust for power. Oh, but at the helm of his armies rides Sir Lawrence, an androgynous giant, tall, beautiful, but in a WNBA player kind of way, you know what I'm saying? And it's said he never lost a battle. Sir Lawrence and his legions slaughtered my armies with ease. I was only allowed to live because I made a deal. I keep Southeasteros in line while paying tribute to the Clemson Emperor. And in return, he let me retain my throne. You've ruined that, and now the Clemson Emperor punishes me.
So he is the one that laid this curse upon my people.
The Swamp King's eyes narrow.
You know how to lift the curse, Nick. Tell me, and be gone from my sight.
You must return to the place of your greatest suffering. You must return to the Superdome. You must meet the Clemson Emperor in open combat for the Crescent City and defeat him. Then will your people truly be free.
So be it. The Swamp King vision swirls once more as he is sucked back to reality. The Swamp King's eyes flutter open. His head is pounding as he looks around the room.
How long was I out?
Only a few seconds, my lord. You okay?
I know what we must do, my council. Gather the troops. We march in the Crescent City. The final battle is at hand.
The Clemson Emperor and his battalions approach the city of New Orleans. Having crossed the twin spans over the Great Lake Pontchartrain, the orange and purple Tigers array themselves to offer battle at the foot of the Superdome. The gates of the keep swing open as a lone golden knight rides out to meet them. Donning the Heisman helm, his armor glittering in the setting sun, he stares down the would-be invaders. The Clemson Emperor speaks.
Well, shucks. What do we have here? You must be this Burrow guy I've heard so much about. Well, golly gee, I mean, you're a great player, but that doesn't mean I won't gladly watch you and your people die at my hands.
As the Clemson Emperor prattles on, Lord Commander Burrow unsheathes his sword. A dark purple, nearly black metal emerges, the Rosy Finch blade. At that moment, the Swamp King's legions burst forth from the Superdome and line up behind Lord Commander Burrow, ready for a fight. The Clemson Emperor's eyebrows rise as he sees the legendary dark saber and the forces arrayed behind it. This isn't Chapel Hill. Suddenly, he realizes the severity of his situation. This is a combat-hardened force. 2 tigers will meet on the field of battle, but only one will emerge. The Swamp King rides to the fore of his armies.
Turbo! Clemson Emperor! I name thee False Tiger! We do not fear you! We fear no man! We burn the city of Austin! Feasted on the flesh of the gators! Ripped out the heart of Malzahn! Bathed in the blood of Jimbo! Took the head of Kirby! We wiped Lincoln Riley from the face of the earth! You are no Emperor! You're next!
The Swamp King turns to address his troops.
Tigers! This is it! The final battle! This is our moment of triumph! This is where we free our people! After today, there will be none left to stand in our way! 60 minutes to decide the fate of the world! May the gods bear witness to what happens on this day!